bodies of light, like this light I was just sitting in, inviting me in, the wind codes that are coming in. Peace, love, and light to you all, wherever you stand, wherever you fall. Let the chips fall where they may. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Happy Sunday, happy Sacred Day, the day after the Divine Sacred Union Day, the 14th, which 3D World celebrates as Valentine's, but it is an opportunity to find that divine sacred union within. And I'm just going in with the wind right now, sharing all of the wind codes with you. And it has been very windy today. It's picking up again. It's like the winds are picking up. The winds are picking up. If I could title this anything, I would say the winds are picking up. And in every way, we're talking about being in Aquarius season, being the element of wind. All the planets that are, the stellium that is moving through Aquarius, moving with the wisdom in the wind. Pluto, the main one that has been holding down the fort of Aquarius and in Aquarius and will be for the next 20 plus years until 2044 or something like that. Um, there's so much wind activity, even for those who are, specifically for those who are in England. From what I noticed, I thought it was just here, but I noticed in watching Stefan Burns, that's usually like my newscast right now, my where I get my weather forecast. And it's not just what's the weather, it's the geological, update of what's happening in our planet geologically according to the cosmos. It's like listening to the cosmos. There's the wind. It's like listening to the cosmos to see what is happening in our earth, which is the way it's always been. Our ancient ones have always watched the stars. That's why they studied the cosmos. Cosmology in time told them where they were in the dimensions of their mind. I can't make it up. And so, tap, tap, tap in if you can, whoever gets this. Like, I like let me ping my, because it's really hard right now on the light grid to get to those in remote places. But for those of you who do, like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that can get it to those who need it, because it's really being weeded out right now. As I've been saying, the numbers are getting lower and lower, even though the information is getting higher and higher, and it's getting deeper and deeper. For those of you that have been following me, you know that the information is getting deeper. So we all know why those numbers are falling off. Like I said, it's always the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few that will be able to find their way and find their way through. We're really being sifted out. So not many of us are able to hear the wisdom in the wind. And as I was sitting in meditation and going within, it was highlighting how it's very much like the internet. As I found myself speaking to my children about it, this is the internet. The same way, like, how do you think you get hooked up to the internet? You get on there, can you see the energy, the radioactive energy waves of all the micro, whatever you want to call it, the electromagnetic frequencies, if you will, whatever the electrical word for it is. How do you think that you see everything on the computer? When you have no internet access, you can't get on the computer. That invisible space that you're not seeing is the way information moves through everything. And the winds pick up. I'm going to say that every time they pick up, and the winds pick up. Look, I can't make it up. How many of us stop to listen to the wind? How many of us take the time to plug in to the internet? This is our natural internet. This has been the divine internet. Because those waves, those energetic waves that they're picking up in the air waves, for you to have internet in your home comes through the wisdom in the wind. They're tapping in to give you your internet access. Inter means between the nets. What net? The grid. They know how to tap into the light grid, but do you? We have our own tap in. And so these are the times we're in the throat chakra season. That's what was really, I was like, man, this is really throat chakra season activity. I came out and it's just been wind. It was even windier earlier as I was sitting out here with my squirrel friends, and the woodpecker came back out again. And it's like they wait on me to sit here with the energy, as I was explaining to someone who I was talking to earlier, in just things we've been talking about in our sacral chakra workshop. Today's the third night of the workshop, and we have been going deep. We have been getting deep into that emotional body, because that is how energy and frequency and currency moves, is through our emotional body, which is energy in motion. So all of this is energy in motion, which is information in motion. That is the internet. Between the net, between the grid, is an it's an intercom. Intercommunication. It's an intercom communication of information. I don't know how many of us see that, but it goes that deep. And this is what I'm on right now. For those of us who are hearing things, like when I come out here and I sit down, I was almost in tears. Like, well, for me, I feel tears when I know I'm connected, because there's something about when you connect into the earth that it's like you could feel everything. And it's not all doom and gloom and sadness. It's just like an overwhelm of feeling of everything. And I can feel the loss. I can feel the grief, which is people who are feeling the loss all around them, because things are not what they seem. Everything is changing and it feels like loss. I get it. I get it. And it's even sad. The sad part is when you can feel it, and you can feel the disempowerment of people, not feeling that they have everything they need, not having access to the abundance in this earth, and the wisdom in the wind, the internet, the intercom, the intergrid, interplanetary grid is so active right now. For those, all of us have access to tune in, should we choose to tune in and get this access to that intercom, to that wisdom in the wind. Should we choose to? However, it's choice. It's choice point. We're at a choice point. And everything is the decisions that you make. And I'm going to talk more about that. It came up today in a conversation. The decisions that you make are the pills that you take. And we're not realizing it. Everything is a decision. Every now moment, what choice are you making? Because that choice is going to determine where you are going to be when the seal happens. We are like within 1 month away from a serious energetic seal. And the gateway of that is opening, and the wind picks up. Let me let the wind have it. There's the wind. And the gateway for that opens on the 17th, on the new moon, that solar eclipse, new moon. That is our eclipse season opening up. That eclipse activity that is opening up for the next month. From there, from the new moon to the full moon lunar eclipse, is really closing out what is happening pretty much from here, from the 17th, for the next month. Actually, now that I think about it, it's for the next month. The new moon cycle begins on the 17th, and Third Eye Atlas is coming to its closest point, having its close encounter with Jupiter on the 17th of the next month. So from there on out, we are in that 1 month window. We are in the last month of the respiriting season, aka the winter season, the transitional phase between the timelines 3D and 5D. This is at the point where, as we move on 5D, those of us who have the 5D calendar, we're entering into our new year. We're preparing for the new year, spring equinox. It's going to be the new year, and we're going to be moving out of that universal year of 2017, into 2018. a universal year of 2. We're going to be on our next step. So there's going to be a fast-paced step forward, shifting out. Right now, we're at an even playing field with 3D. This is an opportunity to integrate in a way that we don't sometimes understand. Integrate doesn't just mean get with it. Integrate means practical application. It means taking what you know, what has been revealed to you in the past 6 months or so. What is the revelation that has been coming through? Have you been getting the information in the wind? Have you been plugging into the internet outside and getting your attunement with what is happening in the update of this planetary ascension? Have you been getting that? Or have you been doubling down into feelings of, I don't know what's happening, which a lot of us don't, that's okay, but into the place of victimhood, into disempowerment? Have you been doubling down into that? Or have you been able to get the messages, get the codes, and know that it is time to accelerate? It is time to press the acceleration and move forward. We're entering into the fire horse, the year of the fire horse. While Neptune and Saturn is entering into Aries, the fire sign. Like, do you all hear this fire, fire, fire? It is ignition time. It is time to ignite that fire. And we have been ignited already. We've been taking the initiative. We have been in initiation with Third Eye Atlas on our ecliptic plane. And so these winds, I'm just hearing these winds. There's so much wind activity as we're in the throat chakra season. We've been in the throat chakra season this entire season. Getting ready to enter into the third eye season with the spring equinox. When we switch seasons, we switch chakra seasons, for those who don't know. I haven't quite done a video really breaking that down yet, because that's like download information. That's not information you could Google and look up online. If you Google it, you're not going to find it. That is information that literally came through crown loads and downloads. And I've been working with those principles and those alignments since 2021, but I don't talk about it with people. I've recently started sharing it within the past year on videos, when some of you may hear me say, oh, we're in heart chakra season. Oh, and I've never really explained it. But we are in a throat chakra season, and if you want to check the credits, look at what's happening. Many of you have even said to me, it is really windy. Wonder why you're seeing the winds pick up so much. No matter where you are. I'm in Florida, and the winds are moving. And some people step outside and they don't blink an eye, they don't even notice. But there are heavy winds even in between Greenland and Europe. There are some heavy, like if you watch Stefan Burns, you'll see the scientific data, the proof of where heavy winds are picking up. A lot of people have been seeing more winds because we are in that throat chakra season. That is ushering us more into the fifth dimension. 5D. Fifth chakra, the throat. Expression of creation in time. In this season, we are to be seeing through experience, through expressions, through the way people are expressing and the way we're expressing ourselves. We are witnessing through our expressions where our heart is. We came out of heart chakra season. And the expansion of the heart. And so we're seeing what you put on your heart. What is your authenticity? What has been showing up? Where is your heart? As we closed out that season, that fall season was the whole heart chakra season. And it was when we closed out, it was when Third Eye Atlas was at its closest proximity to what? Earth. What is Earth? The heart. Check the spelling. Every single letter is heart, is Earth. Earth is heart, heart is Earth. And so you can see there was a very pivotal point as Third Eye Atlas was passing through, updating the Earth. And so there's so much information in this wind, wisdom in the wind. You may hear some people, like I've always heard Dr. Mumby say ancestors in the wind. And the more and more I sit and hear the wind, it's like when you really tune in, you really start to hear the wind. Like I'm on some Pocahontas stuff. Like I thought it was just a joke, or little by little I started to see, man, there's information out there. Sometimes when you're just quiet, it's like you hear this gust of something, and you may call it the ancestors, you may call it whatever you call it, but you hear something. Either way, it is the atmospheric body that is coming alive, and that is the throat chakra. The throat chakra is the atmospheric body. When we get into the atmosphere, coming out of the earth, the heart is the earth. And as you continue to ascend through the earth, you get into what? The atmosphere. And the atmosphere is where the winds, the information is just really picking up, and it's passing along from leaf to leaf, from tree to tree, from me to me, from you to you, and you to me, palms to palms. And it picked up when I said that. The information is truly being passed on. We have to be willing to ground. Right now, I'm barefoot in the ground, putting my foot in the soil that represents what? Feelings, subconscious mind, the feelings, the sacral. And we have to realize that it works hand in hand with the atmosphere, because when we feel it, and it picks up now, when you feel the information, let the information pass through you. The energy is information. Let it pass through you in motion. Let you get it in your gut. Let you get it wherever you need to, but open that sacral up. And a lot of us are realizing what I've been saying in the workshop. We've been getting a lot in this workshop. For those who have been in the workshop, they've been getting so much the past 2 days. I'm telling y'all, you don't want to sleep. We have one more day. Tonight is the last day for this workshop. And I'm doing it because Spirit guided me to do it, because I was questioning doing it. But Spirit guided me and said, it's needed. And I'm doing it in a way that we have not done these workshops before. We're taking a deep dive into the sacral, because it is the emotional body, and the way we get information is through our emotions. So we have to know how to extract that information through our feelings, rather than being caught up in our feelings. Ashe, ashe. Throat chakra is the atmosphere body. Yes, you recognize. And what we feel is what will be revealed. This is why, as I've been telling them in the workshop, your sacral chakra works hand in hand with your third eye. What you feel will be revealed. Who feels it knows it. This is your inner senses, which means what? Your sensations matter, because your sensations tells you what's happening when you sense something. Our sacral chakra is like our third eye in the physical body. Because remember, the third eye is the spiritual body. So your sacral is your third eye. It is your inner senses, through sensations, through what you feel, whether you feel it physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, however you feel. Those feelings are for you to be able to extract, not for you to be caught up in your feelings. And this is why the sacral chakra is that important, because we're learning how to differentiate. This is the maturation of the Venus and Mars, the harmony of the Venus and Mars. We're learning how to utilize understanding and wisdom, and realize with our real eye what time it really is. And so when we get a feeling, it's not to be caught up in our feelings. We got to quicken ourselves to an understanding of why we got that feeling. We have to quicken ourselves to take it to an inner standing. Stand under the truth principles, which are spiritual laws. You can't go wrong. These are it's like the formulas of math. Stand under the spiritual principles in order to stand over the things in this world that may be throwing you into a midst of confusion in order to stand in love with the truth. That is inner standing. We're being called to have an inner standing of what is. Ashe, Ashe, Chief, how you doing? Love and light and greetings. We're being called to this presence. And as I was sitting out here and I saw the squirrels and everything coming out, my birds, they were waiting on, because the food was here. I'm learning that they are waiting on my energy. You are who you've been waiting on. The world, the way people respond to you is because of your energy. It's vibrational. The food is already here and they are waiting till I come and sit out here in a right energy. Because at first my energy was a little flustered when I sat out here. But the moment it changed, the moment I started to really plug in, ground and plug in, and my energy, it's like I could just feel it. The moment I felt it lighten up, they all came out. They all came out, and then the woodpecker came, and it was a sign again of divine timing. And that was the message that I had got when someone called me. The first thing was, this is divine time. This is divine timing. And the woodpecker represents unwavering persistence, divine timing, and the power of rhythm. Do you recognize the rhythm of the earth? There is divine timing, and I want to explain it like this, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, right on time, divine timing. Woo-woo. See, a lot of people get caught in this spiritual bypassing. Woohoo, love and light. It's divine timing, ain't it right? Divine timing is knowing, do you know what time it is when the alarm sounds? Divine timing is, can you recognize when the divine is calling you into something when it's not convenient for you? Divine timing is being able to recognize when you get the call and it's outside of your scope of how you see it. That's divine time. Divine timing is, can you really catch the divine time? Thank you, bird. Hear my bird? And I believe that is the woodpecker. No, that sounds like the blue jay. Hi. Yeah, I be out here on my Snow White Pocahontas vibes, because it's all vibrational. And gratitude, Ashe, Ashe. You felt this too, Ashe. Divine timing is when you know, and I've been seeing it lately. I'm sitting out, I'm like, a lot of people don't recognize divine timing. They think they could just pick things up when they feel like it. And I'm like, ooh, you missing it, but it's okay. It's okay. I know what divine timing is for me. And for just truth's sake, that divine timing is not waiting on when something is comfortable and right for you. It is, do you recognize that there is a shift? There is something major happening right now. And I have been talking about it for months. But very few recognize. And I'm seeing that there is a seal. This is what I was explaining to someone earlier. Shout out to you, Zay. Um, Zaya, I gotta send lots of love and light out to you, because it is such a, like I said, breath of fresh air. A truth resonance that is oh so rare. And I was explaining to her that there is a seal happening. Like, a lot of people don't recognize it, but there is a seal. There is, and I recognize, I know when I see an energetic seal. And we got 1 month left, and the way that that seal is going to happen, as I was explaining, that's going to be it. It's not like it's the end of the world, doomsday, but once that seal happens, that's every decision that you have made up until this point, that is it. You have made a decision on whether you're going, because we can't straddle the fence anymore. You have made a decision on whether you are going to ascend. I'm going to tell you to you, just like I told her, you made that decision on whether you are going to collapse in the collapsing timelines. Are you going to stay in the third dimension, in the shadows of the third dimension with the collapsing timelines? Or are you going to move in the ascension, the planetary ascension? Are you going to move through the dimensions of the planetary ascension? Because we are moving. Are you going to move forward, or are you going to stay in the collapsing timelines? And how it looks for everyone is going to be different. Some people are going to be in the collapsing timelines, but they think that they're going to be in the ascension timeline of 5D. Just because you're in 5D does not mean you're ascending. This whole earth is in the fifth dimension. Let's be real. Let's not get it twisted. Whether you see it or not, the planet has ascended to the fifth dimension for a while now, for quite some time. This is why the great awakening of 2020 has happened. 2020 was really 2012. This is what the Mayan calendar was talking. This is what the Mayans were talking about. This was the great awakening, shifting into the next planetary dimension. But it happens in gradual stages. It's not going to happen in a radical shift. It happens gradually because we wouldn't be able to handle it in an instant. This is not instant oats or instant grits. It's happening gradually. So we are being given the opportunity, stage after stage. If you haven't gotten it now since 2020, and some of you may have just woken up, but you got to move quickly. A lot of people think they got time, but you don't. You don't got time to waste. Don't get me wrong, time is infinite. I'm not saying there's going to be an end of time. There is no end of time because it's infinite. But there is a closing of time. There's a closing of what we're going to be able to do within time, within a time space, put it that way. And this seal is going to seal out that particular space and time. And if you did not do what you needed to do, what you should have done, what your soul came here to do, whatever it is, then energetically you will not be in the seal. I don't care how much good you've done. I don't care how much knowledge you know. If you have not had practical application, if you have not shifted through the dimensions of your mind and had consciousness expansion, if you have not shifted the consciousness in your own mind, then essentially you will be left behind. And there's a whole nother time that you'll have an opportunity, another time to catch up or whatever. But for those who mean business, this is where, as I was saying to her, this is where, you know, when they say serious inquiries only, this is for serious souls only. And I, no pun intended, but yes, serious starseeds. For my Syrian starseeds who recognize the seriousness of this. This is for serious souls who recognize we have but one shot to give it all you got. And we do not have time to be playing around. We don't have time to go back and get family members that can't get it. You're going to have to make up your mind to leave them behind. This is why they say everybody can't go. Because everybody cannot find the energetic flow. And in order to do that, they have to remove the resistance from out of their soul. The deposits and the debris that have been sitting there karmically. Karmic trauma. These are all things I've been working on since 2021. And people been sleeping on it. They'll think, oh, next time. Oh, next. Now we running out of time. And this next workshop that I'm doing, I'm actually in workshops right now for the next month for those who can catch it. For this weekend and next weekend, it's a 3-day workshop leading up to the full moon. Our full moon workshop is a 7-day workshop, the one that I do quarterly. This one is going to be epic and ecliptic. Unforgettable, but not clear until divine time. Ashe. Uncomfortable, sorry, I see that. Uncomfortable, but not clear until divine time. And what I want to say to that is a lot of times knowing divine time is being willing to be uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable, but recognize that this is a divine time. Do you recognize it? Be willing to be uncomfortable. and be willing to not be clear. It's because you're not clear that you're uncomfortable. A lot of times people want to wait on clarity to be comfortable. And clarity comes when you make a decision to move even though you're not comfortable. Because what is that? That is faith. That is faith in the unknown. That is a sharp third eye. It takes sharp third eye people to make those steps. I am one of them. I don't care how uncomfortable I am. When spirit calls, I move. I do the whole F your feelings thing and I move. Forget your feelings. I don't care how you feel. I might feel like I don't feel like doing this right now. But when spirit calls, I don't care how uncomfortable I am. I don't care if I don't have clarity. I move. That's divine time. Divine time is not waiting till you're comfortable. That's missing the point of divine time, because divine time does not wait on you to feel comfortable. And the wind picks up. Ashe? Yes. Waiting for the next opportunity. So the everything that I'm seeing that is happening, this seal is right around the corner. And it's how we're going to organize ourselves, how we calibrate through our nervous system, again, while I'm having this sacral workshop, to help us calibrate through the nervous system, because it happens through your feelings. Your feelings, your nerves are connected to what? Your feelings, your sensations. That's why you get on nerves, or people get on your nerves because they get on your feelings, or they get in your feelings. So, however you feel, it's going to scope. That's going to be the scope of how you perceive things. That's going to be your scope. So this is why you have to change the lens on the microscope. And the way to do that is to change how you, well, first identify how you feel so that you can see what you have been perceiving in a misappropriated way, so you can change the perspective. You have to empower yourself. Right? And one of the things I've been saying, and give y'all a tidbit out of the workshop that I've been saying about how to change your scope, is we got to have compassion and understanding. When you have compassion and understanding, again, this is that Venus activity. This is some, there's the wind. This is that maturation of Venus activity. When you change the scope, it is because you can have compassion. You can have understanding. So what if they don't get it? So what if they're coming at you some type of way? Whatever it is that you may be feeling or that you may be triggered by, it is to stand under love, to stand under principles. It is to have an understanding. That is going to help you click. When you understand where they're coming from, and that they forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't know themselves. You barely know you. You barely know you. And when you understand that about you, and you see how the struggle is real, you see the fight, you see what you go through. Most of us that's going through this, we go through it and we go, damn, I see why people don't want to know truth. It takes a lot of work. 4-4. I'm seeing 4-4. Foundational balance and foundational balance. It takes a lot of work, because to whom much is given, much is required. So, damn, they don't want to know. I see why ignorance is bliss. And so if you can understand that, then you can understand why they are where they are, and you got to accept that and leave them where they are. Acceptance is another key in changing the lens on the microscope. Understand, have compassion, acceptance. The biggest one, the final one, I would say, out of all of them, is finally have acceptance. Accept what is for what it is. Accept who is for who they are, for who is. Accept it. Because when you accept it, you don't waste time trying to challenge it or trying to fix it. You accept what is. Right? Or are you going now? I don't know if that was a is that a question, Chief? Am I going now? Is that about the workshop? I am having the workshop tonight, so I will extend that for anyone who did not get in if you want to. I mean, we've covered a lot in the last 2 days, but if it's something that you feel is calling you and it's like, I need to get, we're doing another one next weekend, but it's going to be on the solar plexus. And what Spirit was showing me is it's really important that people understand this sacral chakra workshop, particularly that is going to help you to get to where you need to get to before that energetic seal next month. Now, will I have another workshop? More likely I will. Maybe later on next year, this year, or maybe next year. Um, I may have definitely have another sacral workshop because I see where it's very helpful in helping people to understand their feelings and how to extract the information out of their feelings so that they can help to calibrate their nervous system. Um, but is it going to be in time for this energetic seal? No. This is why I have been saying it and why I put the video out. Hey, get in where you get in. And for those who catch it, for those who feel the frequencies and the shift and you're really ready to shift and you see what's happening, you may want to tap in. Because this, what I'm doing, I'm not going to do it again before the seal. It's now or never. And next weekend will be the solar plexus. Right? And after that, lunar eclipse workshop. And so, and the weekend after that, I believe it's the week after that, is the retreat in Jamaica. So, for those who are into their ancestral journey and their ancestral work, this is going to be a deep ancestral passage that is helping to add to what you are moving through. For those of you who may hear your ancestors a little bit more, those of you who really maybe moving back to Jamaica or have made that move, this is going to definitely be for those type of people. Even if you're not, it's if you're in any connection with your ancestors and you feel them kind of whispering to you, it's definitely a move that you may want to think about. You know, it's maybe an opportunity you want to take because this is a next level, a next step. And it's not just about the ancestors. It's about understanding that bloodline connection. It's about understanding how we open up codes within our DNA. There is a communication happening within our DNA, but we experience it through the imprint, the energetic imprint of the ancestors. It's not that ancestor themselves. It is a multidimensional piece or aspect of them that has been left behind in the whispering wisdom in the wind. Oh, and the blue jay just literally flew over my head as I said that. Okay, I get it. It's communication. That was a question for anyone watching this. Are you going now? Oh, okay, got it, got it. Thank you. And that bird just confirmed it. It's an intercom. Your DNA is also an energetic intercom. And so whatever you're doing and shifting in your DNA, you're shifting in your lineage, you're shifting in your blood, you're shifting in the ancestors because you are your ancestors. You are your ancestors through that intercommunication in your blood, that DNA. So when I say there's a lot happening right now, there is the information, there's a throat chakra, and that's mainly what I wanted to share with y'all. Please don't take it lightly. Sit outside. If you're by the beach, if you're by anywhere you are outside and you hear the wind, I invite you to sit down and go within and listen to that internet. That is the Medu Netter. That is the divine nature of our electromagnetic field, because we are electromagnetic beings. It's an intercom. Turn up that intercom and let that internet bring you into the light grid activation that is holding all of our information, that that is translating. I don't even want to say holding, like we don't hold our own. We all carry information, but that light grid information is the translation of our information. It's how the light codes are coming in, and it's how we are stabilizing. A lot of us who are doing the soul work are stabilizing the light grid, and the light colonies are coming online. So that is why some of you are being pulled out of your, you may feel like you're losing more and more people. By now, most of us know what time it is. By now, most of us know that as we're losing people, it's because it's no longer a vibrational match. We get it. And some of us may be going through it on another level because you may have thought that you found your soul tribe, but then you realize, ooh, we're not a vibrational match either. That's because you're getting pulled in even deeper. You're getting pulled deeper into the fifth dimension. And now it's time for the true light colonies to come online. In order to do so, you can't be weighed down by those who are not at a particular level, who are not truly ready. They're making their way, making my way downtown. They're making their way downtown, but they're not there. And for you, for the ones who are there, you're being sifted out again. We are being sifted out again with a smaller, tighter circle. You may be going from 5 people to 2 people. Some of us are going to 1 person because it has to be truly authentic and authenticated for the light colonies that are coming online. And the light colonies are the lighthouses. We can't just be lighthouses anymore on the light grid. The light colonies, this is us moving deeper into the Aquarian age of collaboration, of the we collective. So we're coming into a new true collective. And so the other ones are being weeded out. So a lot of us are seeing the ones that are really, really there and that are ready to go. And that those are the light colonies that are coming up. And we, in order for us to hear that, we need to be in tune with the atmospheric body. This is why the throat chakra season was so important and intense, why it is so intense right now, paying attention to the winds, always and ever calling you within. Ashe. So there was something else that was coming up as I was sitting out here, and I was talking about the feelings with my children, letting them know that they were the one that was bringing to me the internet. As I was reminding them, the internet, y'all like to go on the internet, but you got to be willing to get into your feelings, and your feelings help carry that information. That's the currency. The emotional body, that is the currency. So when you get in your feelings, you need to tap in. So if someone does something you don't like, whatever it is, that's called getting in your feelings. I don't care how you want to look at it. And the first thing we got to do is we got to shake the ego, because the moment you get into your feelings is the moment the ego wants to protect it. And that's the wrong way to go. That's how we get sucked into our feelings rather than extracting the information. You completely miss the information because you're in your feelings. And then you allow yourself to be a tool, which is what I was sharing with them. 5-5. Right now, I'm seeing 5-5. That's change. Whoever is here, that's about change. Get the message. It's time to change. That is physical, spiritual balance. And it is through physical spiritual balance, which is the harmony of the two, the harmony of duality, that is how we have change. Because of that harmonizing. And so we have to harmonize within our mind. When we get a feeling, remove it. Not remove it like ignore it, but look at it and say, hey, I gotta re-spirit this energy. I gotta surrender the ego. I gotta surrender the will, because I need to extract the information of what's really happening. And not only that, on a second note, as I was telling them, and mind you, for those of you who are really elevating to other levels, we gotta be looking at our kids. And look, if you have, for those of you who have lost all friends and family, and you're really just to yourself, and especially if you have children, you're within your family, you're to yourself. That means the only way that the opposition energy has access to you is through your family. Think about that. I know a lot of us don't want to look at our children like that, but that's the only way they have access to you. So whenever they're acting up, whenever they're in their feelings, they're going to be used as tools of distraction. They're going to be using, because that's the only thing that can stop your light right now. Desperate energies do desperate things, and they will desperately use your children and the energies that they're in, or your spouse, your partner. So you have to be very firm, and you have to be willing to see these things and then call it out. Don't play with these energies. And so I had to call that out of them and let them know, nope, we're not playing with that energy. You better get into your feelings, because when you don't get into your feelings, I'm gonna get in that ass. If you don't chin check your demons, which are your unhealed wounds, whenever you get your feelings hurt, that's a wound. So if you don't get into your wound, I'm going to get into it for you, because that unhealed wound becomes your demon. And that's how that energy can operate. It's always looking for people to be in their hurt feelings, because it got a tool to use. You can become a tool at any moment when you in your feelings. So we have to alchemize our feelings efficiently, quickly. We have to quicken ourselves. I'm not saying ignore it. I'm not saying step over it like it don't exist. I'm saying alchemize it efficiently and effectively, quickly, expeditiously. Expedite the process. And the wind just picked. Ooh, the winds just picked up again, as the wind and leaves are falling. Leaves are falling. That's right. People are falling away. People are falling away, and it's okay. Expeditiously, let them fall. Let them get them feelings hurt. Let them be in their feelings. They will be all right. When I say I tore into them today, I tore into them. And I know their feelings was hurt. And I told them, look, nothing personal. I'm talking to that energy behind you. I'm talking to that demonic energy behind you. And if you want to hold on to those feelings, which means you want to hold on to those unhealed wounds, which means you want to hold on to those demons, then you can get it too. You can get it too. And I know that may sound harsh to some people, but that's how you got to talk to that energy, so that it can leave them, so it can know you're not going to use my children. You're not going to use them, and then I sit here and be like, oh, but it's a child. Oh, I feel. No, you can get it. And then after that, they go about their business and they come back and they're fine, because they know I love them. But what I'm not going to tolerate is your unhealed wounds, and the demonic energies, the opposition energy that wants to operate through that, parasitic energy as it be, to come and distract me and infiltrate my light. That's all they want to do, infiltrate the light, slow down the light, because they can't stop the light. So I had that kind of conversation with them, so they could see, so they could feel. Get over your feelings. And as soon as you feel something, as soon as one hurts you, oh, you got your feelings hurt, so you missed the point. You missed the point because you was in your feelings. Because I sent them for something. Because I was going to do a whole nother video, kind of trying to show y'all that something is being updated. They're hijacking our communication, because they hijacked my phone, and I wanted to take a picture, highlight it, and show it to y'all. I was going to even post it. There's something called One You and I. If you have, especially if you have a Samsung, I don't know if it's all phones, but I got a Samsung phone, Android. It hijacked my phone. They ask you if you want to update, and I ignore it and ignore it, decline it, and if you keep declining it, it's going to update it for you automatically. And that's what happened, and I wanted to highlight that. But then this is how I know that opposition energy didn't want me to share the light, or shine the light, expose this, because it was at like 45%. And when I was sitting here meditating and realizing, okay, this is it's like, what is this one you and I? And it's kind of like it's saying you and I are one. I'm like, they telling you that they're becoming one with you through your phone. One, you and I, the letter U and the letter I. And they're telling you and I are one. right? And in a way, it sounds like a good slogan, like we are, it's true, we are all one, but this is how the enemy uses truth against us. We are all one, you and I. But why is this thing that is hijacking my phone and I can't touch it, I can't do nothing to it, and all I can see is one, you and I? And I'm like, okay, so you trying to tell me you and I are one? What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. I'm all up in your eye. I'm all up in your information field. I'm collecting data from you. That's why we're updating. When you look it up, it's going to say it's updating to enhance. No, it's not. It's enhancing their techniques to harvest your energy. That's what they're updating to enhance how they collect data from you. Because they know that you are a walking tool. You are a part of the intercom of the internet in time. So they're taking that from you. I wanted to highlight that, but I don't have the proof because they didn't want to be seen. Because as soon as I said I'm going to take a picture, it wouldn't even screenshot. I was trying to screen, it wouldn't do any of that. So 40 something percent, and I sent one of them in there, go get my phone. And instead of getting it, they got in their feelings with another sibling and got delayed while they fighting. Time just kept going. Like it wasn't even that long. It jumped from 40 something percent to 99%. Right when they were like at the door fighting about bringing me my phone. And I'm like, we don't got time for that. I just snapped and I was like, bring me my phone. Like I could see what's happening. The moment it jumped to 99%, I saw what was happening. It did not want to be exposed. I'm telling you, they have chips in these things. They know what you're doing when you're doing, and the energy knows. That database, that parasitic energy knows when your light is about to expose something. It's in the sensory, it's in the information. It knows. And so by the time they came back and brought it to me, it hit 100%, and I couldn't catch it. And I couldn't take a picture of it, so I couldn't highlight it and show it. But that's okay. I'm talking to you about it, and who knows it knows it. Who feels it knows it, and who knows it knows it. And who gets it gets it. But it was in that I realized, look, how can that possibly be orchestrated? How could you possibly have known that it's like, and I'm explaining it to you all faithfully, you get it. But you see, when you come up upon something, it's like your light bulb, like they say that light bulb comes on. It's like something signals in the energy field. Your light intensifies, or it brightens, whatever it does that allows them to catch that signal. But that opposition energy sees it too. And it knows, it feels, it senses, and it's like, oh no, we can't have that. And it wants to shut it down. So what does it do? It uses anything it can. And the closest it could get to me to stop me was utilizing the children. Because why? They're in their feelings. So, oh, we could use them. They in their feelings. And it moves that quickly. And this is why I always tell people, you're as strong as your weakest link. That wouldn't have happened if they were in their strength, like what I had been teaching them. When you get in your feelings, check yourself. Don't fight. Don't try to oh, I'm doing this because I'm hurt. No, check yourself. Because that opposition energy is going to use you as a tool through your hurt feelings to be a distraction. And that's exactly what happened. And that's how I ended up talking about that with them, and even how I ended up talking about the internet. Because I was reminding them of the wind. The wind was picking up while I was talking to them. And I was like, y'all see this wind? I'm sitting here getting my connections in the wind. I'm getting my information. I'm in the intercom, in the internet right now. This is the real internet. It may seem crazy to some people, but I'm like, really look at it. How do you think you get internet? Through the airwaves. So why can't I stand out here and get my airwaves? And open my receptivity. Number 6. As soon as I said that, I saw the 6th person in here. You are the receptor. Whoever just came in, you are the receptor. You are number 6. And it is that receptive activity that is the receptivity, being the receiver. You allow yourself to take in this information by how receptive you are being. This is why we are being called to go into our feminine energy, because that feminine energy is receptive activity. Sit back and be in a receptive space. And the algorithm, you were saying, peace, Tyrone, it's been a minute. Yeah, and the algorithm on how you use it, Ashe. So basically, how your mind works. Exactly. Wherever you are, that is where the energy matches you. Wherever you are in your coherency, that is where the energy is going to match you. Coherent vibrations at your level of coherency, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, whatever you are coherent with. And that is how the energetic algorithm works. It's going to find you where you are, catch you where you are. And this is why feelings is very important. So in this workshop, this is what we're going deep in. And for those who are really feeling this, your sacral is being activated, you may want to step right in. And if this is for you, email me. I will check the email before I go on and send you the link directly. You may see the flyer. You may have seen the flyer. There is a fee. Like I've been telling people, yes, there is a fee. But if you really feel this for you and you have it, if you just want to leave a donation, you may not have the fee. That's okay. You can leave a donation now or later. I leave that up to you to check in with your heart. And most people that come in, when they see the wealth of information, when they see the amount of information, the depth and the wealth of information, the abundance that they're getting, they always tend to leave something. They always tend to leave something because it's reciprocity. It's energetic reciprocity, physical, it's reciprocity. That is how you keep the flow of energy going. The more you give, the more you open up your flow to receive. That is the law of giving and receiving. So if you can, you can. But if not, don't let that hold you back. Set an intention and do something later. Be able to give later. Pay it forward later, however you want to look at it. But I suggest anyone who is feeling that connection, who knows, who sees anything of what I've been mentioning, you see the information, you see the wind, you feel it. You feel the energetic seal that is upon us. And you know that our nervous system is calibrating. How can we? This is what we're working on together. How can we calibrate? And for you, for whoever that may be, if you don't get it through this, you can check any video that I have. I always put my email in the description in my videos. Maybe not so much in the lives, but in the actual videos, usually it's in the description. It's akilatextry@gmail.com. AKILAHTEXTRI@gmail.com. So if this resonates with you, again, like we said with the woodpecker, it's about divine timing. Do you know divine timing? Whether you're comfortable, whether you're clear or not, can you hear the divine call? It's as simple as that. Is this divine timing for you? Are you recognizing what that is? And so if that's for you, feel free. This will be our last one today. This is our last night of the 3-day Sacral Chakra Workshop. So get in where you fit in if it is for you. If any of these words resonate with you and you want to continue to open that, that chakra, which is really a doorway into your consciousness. Don't just look at it as a location down in your, by your navel. That's not where it is. That is a location that symbolizes and represents the connection of it, as it is a doorway into your consciousness. So this is really about expanding the consciousness and tapping in. Ashe? So I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you for those who came through. It's been a while, Tyrone. What did it say? 333? I like that. 333. The Trinity of creative completion. And a lot of things are happening in three. I was going to do a video about threes. I used to say all good things come in threes, but it's even deeper now. Like the way things are flowing, like the power of three is really being activated and is really highlighting the stages, the steps, the stages that we're in and going through. 1, 2, 3. All right. And Chief, it's been a pleasure. And anyone else who came through, peace, love, and light to you. Those who come in tonight, see you later. Look forward to seeing who you are. As you email me, I will go ahead and send you the link. So remember, get your wisdom in the wind. The cosmos are coming down and within. And how you choose to elevate is all on you. You are who you've been waiting for. Peace, love, and light.